Good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning, Professor.
Hey, you guys.
How are you, Professor?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Thank you. I'm fine.
Good.
How is your family, Professor? Is everything is fine?
It's been a very stressful week. I'm okay. We're all doing my best. I think I'll be okay for the end of the semester. I finally got to talk to my brothers and sisters and let them know that I needed some help so that I could finish and do this work, because I feel a little bit, life is stressful with family stuff, and then I got super stressed because I feel very behind for our class. So it was a long, stressful week, but I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Thank you.
We can do it, Professor. We can do it.
Thank you. It's good. It really is good. Even though I feel like I just feel bad that I don't feel like I was able to give the time I want to give. But I was happy. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get to see students today. That's really good. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
How are you guys? How are you, Laluma? How are you, Sarah?
Well, fine. Thank you, Professor.
Good.
I'm fine. Thank you for asking, Professor.
Excellent. Hey, Irina. I'm going to start to share my screen here.
Hello.
Hey. Great. So Irina's here. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. No, you're good. I'm just saying hi to everybody. So like usual, we'll wait a few minutes just to give people time to get in here, and then I've definitely got some information to share with you guys. Hopefully make sure that you feel like you have all the information you need to finish out the last week or so here.
I opened my contact, but I cannot see all of them you write on a message.
Then the announcement.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oops. So like this that I just sent out, or other stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I see, but on a canvas I cannot see, not all of them.
Announcements or grades?
Yes.
Which announcement? Like this news or announcements or grades, Barbara?
Yes, this announcement I see, but
Okay,
on a canvas, when I open canvas, I can see lessons 18 and 20.
oh, those should be here. Yeah. They're all here those are under unit 4. So these are where all the assignments are listed, but you can get there a bunch of different ways. If you click down here, unit 4. Oops. Oh yeah, they're sort of spread out in different places here. Hold on, let me move them into the right place.
Mm-hmm.
assignment. Let me make sure that's the correct one here.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, they were in a different place in Canvas. So I think hopefully everything should be clear now.
Mhm.
Graded learning activity 20. Now that can go. Let me go back to student view here to see.
Okay.
I just make sure it's there. Part 1,
Now,
2, 3, parallel structure.
now I see.
Good. Thank you.
18, 19, 20.
Yeah, it
I
was. No, thank you, Areta. It was like I said, it was live in Canvas. It just was like being stored, or it was located in a different spot. So,
Mhm. Thank you.
of course, thank you.
Professor, I have a question.
Yeah.
For the cause and effect project, so I already write my assignments. So we have to choose a subject, a topic that you give us, or I choose my own topic. So I have to write another topic, or that is
No,
okay.
no, that's fine. We'll talk more about it here. I'll get started since it's only a few people here. But so I'll talk about this when I give more details about Project 3. But as I say here on this page, so you're free to choose your own topic. But if you need help, I can provide a list of 10 possible topics. But if you
Okay.
already got yours, you're good. Can I ask what did you choose? What your topic was?
I choose about I don't know what to say about the humans population is increasing every year. So I
Oh,
choose
perfect. Okay, yeah, population increase or population growth.
yes. Because we don't have much time, so it was the due date is on 26. So I thought I have to write it.
Yes, I need to, and actually I can do this in Canvas. I forgot. I just, you can see here, but I'm changing the due date for this to the 29th. So to give you guys some more time, because again, I know this week, this week was very stressful, and I was not able to give you guys the help that I think you need. So I want to make sure I give you guys some more time. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Professor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Professor. Good morning.
Hey, everybody. Hey, you guys. Is that-
Can I question one, please?
Sure, Barbara.
Last one, essay can be rewrite like the first and two.
You're gonna write, I'm sorry, can you ask again, Barbara?
When we write the last one essay, can be rewrite after you check.
Yes, and yes. So Barbara's asking if we can revise and resubmit. Yes, but of course, time is a factor here. So I'll start in maybe 2 or 3 minutes, Barbara. I'll just give people a few more minutes, but I'm gonna talk all about due dates and revision and the last day to submit things and the final exam. So those dates, that's definitely something I wanted to talk about this morning. So, but the
Okay.
short answer is yes, you can revise and resubmit.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Professor, I have a question.
How is your family?
Okay. It's just my mom is still in the skilled nursing facility. They had a third time they had an outbreak of COVID. So they have people in her hospital that have COVID. And just trying to talk to the doctors, trying to talk to her. She's getting a little bit, she's just confused. She's all alone, and it's really hard to try and help her understand what's happening. So because I'm the oldest boy, because I'm not married, I don't have children, usually I'm there to help take care of my mom a lot. But I had to talk to my brother and sister this week to be like, guys, I need help. Because I just felt, like I said, I felt so bad. I think I wasn't able to do anything on this website for 4 days or 5 days, and it just felt very stressful. So she's okay, right? It's really difficult, but she is okay. She's where she needs to be. I just needed to ask my family for more help for me because I couldn't do it all. So I'm doing my best, you know. I think like so guys, like so many of us right now. But
I
thank you,
hope it will be good.
thank you, Barbara. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking.
you're busy.
Thank you, Mir. Thank you. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
so stressed though because I love, you know, you guys know I love this job so much and I want you all to learn and to grow, and so I just feel bad when I can't give you guys the time that I want to give. And you know, even though this is hard work, it's a little more fun than hospitals and doctors and stuff. So so I missed you guys, and I really do apologize, or I know how it impacts you guys, right? Like I take it really seriously, so I have to thank you for your patience and thank you for
It's okay.
being
Yes,
kind.
our professor, our family is very important. Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks,
We
Adam.
can do it in the. Mhm.
It's this online stuff too. It's weird, right? I just feel like, oh, I wish I would have had all this stuff for you to do. Or it's just learning. I feel like I'm learning a lot about how to teach online and how to make it work. It's still new for me too.
Like teacher understand for student, a student understand for teacher.
That sounds fair to me, Barbara. That works for me. If it works for you guys, that works for me.
Yeah, it work for us.
That's really good. Thank you guys. I really do. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So we've got Mir, Samira, Barbara, Laluma, Sara, and Irina. It's 10:11. Let's just get started. So I information, just like I said, dates and facts, and just to make sure we all understand where we are and what's going on. So I've got some stuff I just want to present to you guys. And then people already were starting to ask questions. If you have questions about the class,
Yes,
something
before I
just
start, excuse me, Professor, before starting the lesson, so just I want to ask about the one-on-one Zoom meeting.
it's in here. I promise. I'm going to talk a little. We can talk about cause and effect, but first I'm going to talk about all that stuff first. In fact, so
All right.
let's just go right to the agenda. So I'm going to talk about here end of the semester dates, right, to give you guys what's going to happen for the next week and a half. Then updates about the major writing project 2, just updates there. Then major writing project 3, information, excuse me. Then I'll talk a little bit about lessons 17 through 20. And then we'll do lots of Q&A. So if you've got questions, hold tight for just a minute and I will answer all of them. So here are the important dates, right? So today we are here Thursday, July 23rd. So here is what, oh, I'm sorry. I have the right date here, but not the right day of the week. Okay, so I have already changed the due date for the first draft for the cause and effect essay. So it's now going to be due draft 1 Wednesday, July 29th. Okay, so it was on Sunday. You've got more time. I know things got really, I just wasn't available this week. So I want to make sure I give you more time to understand cause and effect writing, work with me one-on-one, answer questions. We will have a lesson and everything for tomorrow's Friday Zoom. So we'll definitely be able to talk about cause and effect writing tomorrow. We can talk about it in one-on-ones. So you've got at least a couple more chances before the first draft is due. So Wednesday, July 29th, draft 1 due. So then Friday, July 30th, that is actually the last day of class, right? Online class. So that is the day for the final exam. The way the final exam will work in this class is you have 24 hours to complete the final exam. So it's not like timed writing in a class where you only have, an hour and a half or whatever, but you do have, just one day to do it. It will be a summary and synthesis activity. You'll have to write 500 words for the final exam. So basically, I'm going to give you something to summarize and synthesize on that day. So again, make sure you give yourself at least, I'd say at least 2 or 3 hours that day. At least 2, right? Because that's what we would have done in class. It would have been a 2-hour final exam. So make sure, give yourself 2 hours in the morning, afternoon, day, whatever, Friday, July 31st. It will open at midnight and then close at 11:59. And then August 4th, so I did get this information from the school. August 4th is the last day for anything. So Barbara was asking, can you revise and resubmit writing project 3? Yes. If you're still revising writing project 1, 2, or 3, you can turn in the last draft on August 4th. As long as you send it into Canvas, I can look at it, grade it, give it a grade, and make sure your final grade is ready, because I need to give final grades to the school by August 10th. So you don't have to worry about that, but the final day for work, August 4th, I will turn in final grades on August 10th. Okay, any questions about this slide? Okay. So this is Mira's excellent question. What about writing conferences? So the writing conference schedule is back up now that I got some help from my brother and sister, and I know what my schedule is like now for the next couple weeks. So back on the homepage, you'll see the link, just like usual, one-on-one conference sign up. That's for July 28th, July 30th, and August 4th. So I will be doing one-on-one conferences Tuesday, July 28th, that's next Tuesday from 10 to noon and 6 to 8. I'll be doing it Thursday, so a week from today, next Thursday, 10 to noon and 6 to 8. And then Tuesday, August 4th, that last day to turn in work. So if you need help on the last, the last day, very last minute questions, I will also have conferences 10 a.m. to noon and 6 to 8 p.m. All 3 of those days are on, where's my website? Are on Canvas now. Cool, so there's Tuesday, there's Thursday, and there's Tuesday in August.
Can you write me on a Thursday, 30 August, because I cannot,
Yes, I remember.
my tablet, yeah, my tablet not.
That's right, Thursday, what time, Barbara?
Maybe 10, maybe 11.
You want 10?
Yeah.
Great.
10 or 11, doesn't matter.
Okay. Anybody else, since we're here right now, does anybody else want, I can sign you up for a day or time. If you know right now, I can just do it. If not, you can do it on your own. Okay. And we will have our regular Friday Zoom party. We will do these tomorrow. I'll be here from 10 to 1, and I will have more lessons and information about cause and effect writing. Then I will also have one Friday the 31st. So if you have questions or you're worried about the final exam, I will be there, right? I will be there in the Zoom room Friday, the day of the final exam, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as well. I won't tell you exactly what to do for the final, but we can definitely talk about the final exam if you have questions about what to do. And we can talk about anything else as you're finishing up the final writing project. Yes.
So, Professor, so still I didn't receive my draft 3, I mean third draft of my the first major assignment.
Correct.
So I didn't receive any reply back for the second major assignment as well. But it's too late that July 28th, if I send the third draft and you reply back to me this for revision, that I send you back the second draft and also send you back, you reply me back for the third draft. So it's too late, but still, also I didn't receive for my first major assignment, the third draft.
Correct. Yeah. So this is the next thing. You're sort of always anticipating or getting ready for what I'm going to say next. So the other thing I wanted to share is major writing project 2, and you could say this for the third draft for writing project 1 as well.
Yes. For the one, for the 2, and also now I'm sending the
Correct.
major assignment 3. So
Right. So for major writing project 2, all the grades and comments for draft 1 will be complete by the end of the day today, July 23rd. I have to do this. Like as soon as I finish with this meeting at noon, I'll be spending all day grading and finishing up the grades for the draft 1. So you will have until August 4th to revise and resubmit draft 2 and draft 3 for writing project 2. But I'm just going to tell you guys now, I want to be honest, I will not have as much time to give super detailed feedback on every paper. So if you know you want to revise, if you know you want specific details and information, I really want you to sign up for one-on-one so that we can talk about that together. The other thing that I'm going to try to do for writing project 2 and writing project 3, we'll see if it works, is to give you a grade in the rubric. And then I'm going to try sort of just recording myself, talking to you about what I want you to do, instead of taking so much time to write everything down and highlight every single word. It just takes so much time. So I just, again, want to be clear with you about what I'm going to do so that I can make sure you get the chance to revise. So for major writing project 2, check for today. I cannot go to sleep until everyone's is done and I make it available to you guys. You have until August 4th for everything, for major writing project 2 and 3. And also just, I won't have as much time to give you super specific details in the document. So make a one-on-one conference with me. Mir, does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Questions about this slide? Okay. So more information, we'll just keep going. So major writing project 3, draft 1, as I said, is now due on Wednesday, July 29th. Your essay should be 5 paragraphs long. That's about 700, 900 words total. Your essay should have a very clear thesis. Your essay should be either focus on causes or focus on effects writing. And that should be really clear to me as soon as I read the introduction paragraph of the thesis statement. It should be clear if it's focus on causes or focus on effects. And I think Lailuma asked, you are free to choose your own topic. That is awesome. But if you need help, I can provide a list of 10 possible topics for the class. And it's not in there yet. But if people need help with possible topics, I'll just put that in the assignment sheet, in the assignment page on Canvas here. So right now, I've only introduced purpose, audience, and context for this assignment, but it's on this page, the cause and effect assignment page, where I'll put the 10 possible topics if you need help coming up with a topic for this paper.
Excuse me, Professor.
Yes.
Do we have to write like almost 700 or 900 words for this assignment?
Yes, because it's 5 paragraphs, there should be at least 700 words, right? A paragraph should be at least 200 words. But if you have a shorter introduction or shorter conclusion, that's fine. But if you do the math, right, 200 words for a paragraph, 5 paragraphs, that's really around 1,000 words. So yeah, I'm saying at least 700. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Great question. Other questions?
So you mean 700 is for project 3?
Yes, for project 3. Because project 3 is going to be 5 or a sort of like traditional 5 paragraph essay.
I'm confused. For every project, we can write draft. Yes,
Yeah.
We have to write draft for your feedback or without your feedback. I don't need to wait your feedback because I didn't write a draft for any project.
That's, oh, I see. So for this draft 1 without feedback. So draft 2, this is what I'm saying back on this slide here, on the slide before. Project 2, yes, I remember. So I'll give you feedback like this today. By the end of today, you'll have feedback on project 2. Then you can use that feedback to revise and resubmit. If you want to revise and resubmit without feedback, you could do that. That'd be great. I mean, I'll still give you the increased points or higher score for revising and resubmitting. Yeah.
Okay,
but for this first draft, the most important thing I think is for us to talk now. We have this time until noon, right? If we have questions of course, about cause and effect. We can talk about them now. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk all about cause and effect. So lesson 17, 18, 19, lesson really 17 and 18 especially, will keep giving you more information about this genre, about cause and effect. So you'll see more example essays. You're going to read 2 example cause and effect essays in those lessons. So you'll get more information about what this genre sort of looks like for draft 1. Cool. Other questions?
Professor, my question is about in cause and effect essay.
Yes.
I choose one topic for my own writing, the effect of environment pollution. I just choose the effect. Just a little bit confused about the introduction and conclusion, and like as summaries and syntheses. Can I choose for the introduction and conclusion and both of them, the cause and effect? And then the 3 body paragraph must I write the effect of environment pollution. That's correct or no?
Well, I mean, yeah. So if you're going to write it, you're going to focus on the effects, it sounds like, right? So you're going to focus on the effects of pollution on the environment. So yeah, each body paragraph would be one effect of pollution, another effect of pollution, a third effect of pollution. In your introduction and conclusion, which we'll talk more about tomorrow especially, and again, you'll see more about in lesson 17 and 18 now that I finally got them online. You'll see the most important thing for me, Samira, is in your introduction, make a clear thesis statement where it's very clear to the reader that you're going to focus on effects, right? And then you're going to list those effects. What are the effects that you're going to write about in your body paragraph? For me, that's the most important thing in the introduction. Practice your hook, practice introducing the topic. That's great. But for now, especially draft 1, focus on the thesis statement. For the conclusion, that's really where you're going to practice sort of restating or synthesizing what you wrote above. And then remember for this one, if you watched the live support video from a week ago, I think, yeah, just a little more than a week ago, the conclusion, one good way to end a conclusion in a cause and effect essay is your opinion, your solution, or some idea, prediction for the future. So if you're talking about the effects of pollution, you could say, you could end your paper with a solution, right? So these are some of the effects of pollution. So we should fix this. One way we could fix this is we should get rid of cars or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? We should drive less. We should have less oil. We should have more sun energy. You could make a solution, an idea, or you could make a prediction, right? You know, the pollution has gotten worse for the last 100 years, but I think that we will make changes and things will improve. You could make a prediction in the end. So that'd be something for draft 1, Samira. Just try one of those: prediction, solution, what did I say? I'm sorry.
Prediction, solution, and opinion.
Thank you.
Opinion.
I lost my train of thought. Thank you. Yes, exactly right. Exactly right.
Thank you, dear Professor.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Excuse me, Professor.
Tell me.
And on the conclusion, should we write about one of them? Suggestion or opinion or prediction?
Good question. Yeah, I'd say probably just focus on one of them. If you do 2, you could maybe get your opinion in there a little bit at the beginning of a conclusion, right? You can say, you know, many people believe that this is a serious problem, and I agree. This is a very serious problem. Then you kind of give your opinion, and then, I mean, so then you could say why that's your opinion if you wanted to just choose one of them. But if you wanted to use your opinion to introduce the conclusion and then sort of connect it to a prediction or a solution, you could do that too. But I think it's going to be hard in a short, you know, just one paragraph to get like a suggestion, you know, and a prediction. You know what I mean? Like it might be hard to get both of those things in just one paragraph.
Okay. If our conclusion became more than words than our paragraph, is that okay?
And did you say how many words?
More than our paragraph.
more than than a body paragraph?
Yes, we have 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, then our conclusion. If our conclusion became more than paragraphs, is that okay?
Yeah, that should be fine. That sounds fine, and I'll look at it. But yeah, that sounds fine to me. I'd say go for it. If you feel like you know how you want to structure your essay, that sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, let's see, what else do I have? Okay. So then I wanted to talk about lessons 17 through 20. So lessons 17 through 20 are now live in Canvas. They are the final lessons for this semester. So lesson 20, that's it, no more. You're going to see 3 examples of cause and effect essays in these lessons. So this is the first time I'm really going to show you multiple examples, right? So if you're still thinking, oh, how could I, if I wanted to do a conclusion where I'd make a prediction, what could that look like? Well, you're going to see multiple examples of this in these lessons. And I definitely encourage you, right? This is not a secret. I don't think this is cheating. When you go to write, look at these example essays, right? They give you good examples of structure. I will tell you, there's a lot of really, I think, good and interesting vocabulary in the example essays. These pages come from a textbook. So the vocabulary, they're going to give you definitions for the vocabulary. So you'll get some good vocabulary. But I also don't want you to feel too worried if you don't understand every word in the example essays. That's okay, right? Like some of the sentences are more academic sounding. That's good. So it's good because you get to see an example of this. When you go to 315 in the fall, you're going to see a lot of this type of writing. So as much as you can, I don't want you to stress about vocab or understanding every word. Really focus on the structure of the essay. And use those examples to see the structure. So as I say here, lesson 17 and 18 will help you learn and practice the structure of cause and effect writing for school essays. That's why I chose this chapter, because it's super clear, like college writing, cause and effect essay. That's what you're going to see example of. Then lesson 19 is a mechanics one where you get to focus on grammar and sentence level stuff. You're going to practice something called parallel structure, sentence fragments, and transition words. All of these skills are going to help you improve your writing mechanics. And then lesson 20 is just an invention activity to help you prepare for your major writing project 3. If you already have a draft for major writing project 3, you can use lesson 20 as a chance to sort of think about what you might do for revision, or if you wanted to add some more information to your topic, or if you want to just brainstorm a different topic, that's fine. But lesson 20 is more just brainstorming, invention activity. So as you think about what are you going to write about, or what are you going to do for project 3, that's what lesson 20 is. So 17 and 18, more structure about cause and effect, and examples of these type of essays. Lesson 19 is mechanics. Lesson 20 is an invention activity to get your brain thinking about writing project 3. Questions about this slide? Cool. And that's it. Those are all my news and updates. Now, if you have any questions about cause and effect structure, if you have any questions about anything here, like dates or work or the genre or anything, this is just your time. So I know that was a lot of details and a lot of information, like the business of the class. But now it's just your turn. What can I talk about? What can I show you? What do we want to talk about?
Excuse me, Professor.
Yes,
I have a question about the final exam. So we have 24 hours, and we have only 2 hours to complete the assignment. Is it correct?
No, you have all 24 hours. I was trying to say that in a classroom, face-to-face class, you would only have the time where you're sitting in class. But for this one, it's timed, right? But the time is 24 hours.
Yes, so in 24 hours, anytime we can submit the assignment.
Yes, but that's what's unique is, right, it is that one day. So it has to be Friday. It won't even be open until midnight on the 31st. And then it has to be done at 11:59 on the 31st. And remember, we'll do a Zoom. I'll have a Zoom meeting that day too. So if you have questions or need help with the final, I'll be online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. that day.
Okay,
This
thank you.
day, on next Friday, yes, Professor?
Yes, yep,
Yep.
8 days, exactly, next Friday.
Mhm,
You can submit in 24 hours anytime.
Exactly, exactly
Mhm.
right, exactly right.
Gotcha.
Good question, Luma. Anybody else questions about dates and times, questions about assignments, questions about summary and response, questions about cause and effect, questions about anything?
And when we can resubmit this this project?
Writing project 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's such a good question, Barbara. I think what I'm gonna have to do, and again, what I tried to tell my family about the days and times that I need to be able to do work is, since the writing project will be due on Wednesday, I think I'm gonna have to give you feedback that Thursday, right? So it might be brief, it might be short, but at least something to give you to work on and revise. Because so if you submit it, let's do this. I can put this on the slide because this is important. Um, yeah, thank you, Barbara. It's a really important question. So I think what it just means is to make sure that you get the things you need to be able to resubmit. You'll submit it on Wednesday. I'll grade all day Thursday. So like, imagine you wake up Friday morning on the 31st. Now you have Friday the 31st, and then you have until August 4th to resubmit. And I'll be honest with you, Barbara, maybe this writing project 3, to be honest, you really only have time to submit a second draft. You might not have time for a third draft. So I'll make sure that that's part of the scoring, right? You'll get a high score for submitting first draft, and then a second higher score for submitting a second draft. But time is important. So I won't expect you guys to submit 3 drafts for this one. It doesn't seem realistic, but that's the time frame there, Barbara, for submit it, feedback, and then revise and resubmit.
Mhm.
Professor, I have a question.
Really important question from Barbara. Thank you. Yes, Irina.
It's my private question. When can I get your feedback for my project 1 and project 2?
Today. That's what I'm trying to say with this one. Oh, I was trying to say that about writing project 2. All grades and comments will be complete by today, because I just got to do it. Yeah, today.
Professor, for a resubmit, we have to wait your feedback or not? I told about project 3. No?
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to, but I think it will help you more if you do. So let's just say for today, for right now, because I'm going to go into grading right after this, let's say, yeah, just wait, Irina. Just wait, hang out. If you need something to do lesson,
Yes.
do lesson 17, do lesson 18, do the lessons.
Yeah.
That will give me time now that I'm back home in Sacramento, that I'm just going to grade, give feedback and comments so that you'll know what to fix when you revise and resubmit.
I have a chance for resubmit for my project 1, project 2.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you will. What else? Questions about grades, questions about points, questions about cause and effect? Cool. Well, that's what I've got for today, right? I don't have stuff about cause and effect. I'm going to do that tomorrow. So if you want more information about how to do cause and effect writing, I'd say this, like I said to Irina, now that finally lesson 17 and 18 are ready, go do lesson 17, go do lesson 18, bring your questions for the Zoom party tomorrow. If you can't come tomorrow, that's all good. Just make sure you watch the video when I post it. And then if you can't come tomorrow, do lesson 17. do lesson 17 and 18, then bring your questions to me, sign up for a writing conference, right? Sign up for one-on-one so that we can talk about the genre and the structure for this writing project 3.
So I understand this week we don't have a one-on-ones conference, yes, Professor?
No. Tomorrow we'll do Zoom conference. If we end early, I can talk to people one-on-one then. But yeah, there's 3 next Tuesday, next Thursday, and then the final week Tuesday for one-on-ones.
Okay, thank you.
I can't do one-on-ones because I've got to finish grading everything. I've got to disappear into the grade book for a little while.
Got you.
Any other questions? Anybody?
You know, Professor, that you are busy with your mom, and it's very hard to left our mom like alone. So we know that you are busy, but the time is also left like and 31st of July. So then this semester we have like 20 days, less than 20 days, you know, for semester.
Yes, I'm unsure. Do you have a question, or I'm unsure what you're?
No, just I tell that it's really hard for you that you left your mom alone, and she's sick also. So, and also for the semester, I'm talking about the semester. So it's like going to like 10 days left or 20
I know.
days left because of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very hard.
I agree. The summer is very short for teachers, for you guys, for the students. It goes so fast. That's what I was saying. It's why when I feel like I really only, right? But like only 4 or 5 days behind. But in the summer, because it's so short, yeah, 4 or 5 days is a lot because we have so much to do so quickly. So
yeah, it's too fast.
But in a certain way, I think it's really, I still, like I said, I feel, I have lots of feelings about it, but we went fast at the beginning, and I've asked you guys to write a lot. So I think even though I'm a little bit frustrated just with life, that's life, right? But I'm a little bit frustrated. But I do think we've got until the 4th of August, right? So really, we've got, like you said, not quite 2 weeks, but 12 days to finish. I think we can do it. I still feel like you're going to get really valuable practice that will help you really succeed in 315. One of the major essays in 315 is a cause and effect essay. So you're going to be really, really ready when you do that essay next semester. So you're right, Mir. It's just life is beautiful and life is challenging, and we'll all do our best. And especially if people are worried about grades, of course, just know I understand. And especially for this 3rd essay, I'm not gonna grade it like I'm just gonna be. I understand what's been happening, what we're dealing with, what's happening in life, and I'm not. You know me. I'm not trying to punish anybody. So.
All right, thank you.
What else? What else? Cool. Well, if that's it, if you don't have any questions for me, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Again, if you're feeling like, oh my God, Jeff, like how do I do the structure for cause and effect? Do lesson 17 and 18 now. Come to the Zoom party tomorrow. That's when I'll have more of a lecture really about the genre, okay? Today, I really wanted to give you dates, updates, news, all that like, how are we gonna finish this semester? So that's really what I wanted to do today. And then do not be surprised when you get comments and grades for writing project 2 today. That's what I'm about to do right now. More coffee, and then I'm just living in my laptop.
All day.
Well, probably, yeah. And like I said, it's yeah, it's stressful, but it's a little, like I said, it is more fun than when your family's sick in the hospital and stuff. So
Yeah.
And thank you all really for your kind words. It means a lot to me, and you know I care about all of you. And I forget if it was Sada or Lailuba who was saying like, if you look like what do I, there's like a idiom, right? Like, if you look out for me, like I'll look out for you, right? It's kind of like, I understand life is difficult for you guys, and I appreciate you guys understanding that for me too. I feel like I always want to be a super teacher, but I'm always like, well, I'm a human being too. We all have stuff, huh? So thank you is all I'm really saying.
Thank you, Precious.
Your teacher.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I hope to see a lot of you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you do have, thank you all. If you do have questions just for me, I'll hang out for a minute or two. If you have a question you want to just ask me, I'll be here for a few more minutes too.
Mhm. Thank you, dear Professor. Oh,
Thank you,
Bye, guys.
Professor.
So good to see you. See you guys soon.
see you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Professor. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Have a
Mir.
great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You too, Mir. Sarah, Khalida, Ibrahim, any questions, you guys?
Oh, thank you, Professor.
Thank
I will pray for your mom, and I wish I could help you.
you. You guys are, just by being kind and generous, and you're just by being yourself and being patient with your teacher, you are helping me. So thank you, Sarah. Truly, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.